Good evening. This is Spirit Journey. It's approaching 10 p.m. and it's Saturday. I saw a movie and I just getting back maybe 40 minutes ago. I saw a movie called Red Sparrow. Well, I want to talk a little bit about it. I don't want to go in detail about it, but just really share how I feel. And I want to tie that movie in with the live stream interview I did with Tony Rodriguez. Now, the movie I saw was Red Sparrow. And how it made me feel, I mean, it was very, very intense, very gory. And I start to ask myself, how do people become psycho like that? How and why do governments do and sacrifice others? And it's like no humanity, absolutely no humanity. The things what people willing to do, even amongst their close relatives, and how someone was used, a woman was used by her own biological uncle, sacrifices her to the wolves, and uses his authority against her when he knew that she was in a predicament. He used her mother's sickness as a weapon of control, that if you don't do this, then, they're going to throw you out. You won't have medicine to get for your mom, all this stuff. It was just unbelievable. And I asked myself, what is it all about? What does this current humanity, where does it lead to? Where, the ends to the means, that the people in the movie, they would do anything so that they get a conclusion. But everything in between, they couldn't, it was just, as they say, collateral damage. And so I started to think, okay, well, I was just trying to break it down, the meaning, the essence, what was going on within the movie. Okay, information. They wanted information, and then they blackmailed people. They did, but when you iron out everything, what is it all about? What is it all about? What is it all about? You have people who may sleep with somebody, sexually, I mean, so maybe they can get a job, or to influence that other person so that they could influence them on how to treat someone else, or, job opportunities, just, it's all about fear. Money, the money is a major weapon. Money. That's one thing that in the Bible, is the root of all kinds of evil. and fear. The girl in the movie, she feared and said she loved her mother. She could have just said, Mom, you're on your own, But no, she was there. And they knew the girl loved the mom and let her go through that crap. And then they said, the state, you have to, the state took care of you. Wow. I don't understand why there's no love. It bothers me. And listening to Tony Rodriguez's testimony about his personal experiences in the Secret Space program, and even with that, I asked myself, what is it all about? What's it all about? Okay, he said the secrets. And what's really the secret? If extraterrestrials were always with us, so what is the secret? How did it get to be hidden from us, at least in the Western civilization? How were they able to put a whole planet in a stupor, in a slumber, and an amnesia to forget about the extraterrestrial connections that this earth has? Then I asked myself, okay, let's say they, for whatever reason, they covered it up. But look in our government, the U.S. government. You have people, just like in that Russian film, that's supposed to depict Russia, about spies, people sleeping with people videotaping, all to get and compromise people. But why? What's the end to the mean? What is it all about still? Whether someone compromises someone to, let's say they found out someone was having an affair and use it against them and tells them, if you don't do this, we'll tell on you. After a while, you start to say, well, so what? So what? I mean, it's just, some people hold things over you. Because we all have weaknesses. Each one of us, all types of weaknesses. And then they say, well, we want this done. But what is it? What is that important in this world? They say, oh, well, we want to get money so we could buy something, or so that you can buy people's influence. All these things, but still, what are you left with? Nothing lasts forever. Whether you sleep with someone to get somebody's boyfriend or girlfriend, or a particular job, or let's say it's about money. Hey, I want this job, and I'm willing to do anything to get it. And after a while, okay, there's only so much money you can make. There's only so much money you can spend a day. And what are you left with? It starts to become meaningless. But we act like it's so important. Let's say if this secret space program is real. I ask myself, well, so what if it's true? So what if you have people on other planets? They live there and we're down here. What's the significance? Well, one thing that Mr. Rodriguez mentioned in the interview, that there's commerce, a very strong commerce, a commerce that they don't want I gather they don't want mainstream to know about. But he was saying that there's packs and packs of stuff. Some of them just simple stuff like boots, surplus military boots, things. It's only so much that one could buy. Where are you going to store it? But he said that there are cases and cases of stuff. And I gather that this stuff is secret. What could it be that they're bringing for others to use? After a while, materialism it becomes meaningless. Why are we so preoccupied with these controls? You got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Is it all worth it? The people who fight to get in the top college, people who fight for a particular person of interest and do anything to get the advantage. Sometimes I think like, why all the drama? What if you just legalize everything? Legalize prostitution, legalize drugs. Just legalize everything. Wouldn't it remove a lot of the sting that's involved? And the fact that something is illicit, they charge more on it because it's that much more that could be utilized from it. But in the end, you have nothing. But something is motivating us for this preoccupation. It's a preoccupation. Whether there's people on other planets. Mr. Rodriguez mentioned that there was it was it's hard for me to even pronounce, an assassination that occurred with someone who's running the planet there in Sirius. All these things are being done. And even in an all German community, and they use non-German Europeans for everything else. It's so sad. And they're lying to the people on planet Sirius because, what's the thing now? Like certain things aren't being done, and it's putting him at an economic disadvantage. Why do we do what we do? All that money, it becomes meaningless. It becomes absolutely meaningless. I wish somehow we all got along, that we could clearly see through the intent of others. Yeah, they're taking advantage, all right. The same politics. Like he said, there was a coup, a takeover, I should say, an assassination up on that other planet. And you have commerce, but it's only so much you can buy. So you ask yourself, well, you have people poor Germans there. And like I mentioned in my follow-up video regarding the interview that I did with Tony Rodriguez, that it just is foolishness. Why are we fighting? Why are we fighting? You go up to another planet. You have the people who, I remember, the people are being told one thing, but they're not following through. So here you have all these Germanic races up there, supposed to be superior. I mean, they have the technology, but socially, it sounds like it's actually going down. All that waste. And it's not a utopia, because you had an assassination. So not even when they of the same race do you get freedom. It is so unfortunate. So what happens here on planet Earth is happening up above. This is really sad. But I pray to the universe to clear our minds, our thoughts. Please bring back humanity to the hearts of people and teach them how to love one another. Please help us. Please help us down here on this planet. So, as you see, whether in another planet or on Earth, it's the same old, because you have the same people who run it. Let's expose them at any chance we got. It's awful. So keep your eyes pure, keep a pure heart, and expose evil. And just make life a beautiful place to live in. Please make life a beautiful place to live in. I thank you. Bye-bye.